Good, beautiful morning, family, and welcome to Kingdom Moments. Today's January 16th, 2024. The title of our devotion today is going to be Weaker Doesn't Mean Weak. And our passage that we're going to draw from this morning, the Lord is bringing us to, is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. Excuse me. So, that verse is this: You husbands likewise live with your wives in an understanding way, as with a weaker vessel, since she is a woman, and grant her honor as a fellow heir of the grace of life, so that your prayers may not be hindered. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to focus on the last part about being the hindered, because that's a negative place to go. But there is something that the Lord wants us to see here. See, physically speaking, this statement is true in most cases, that women are weaker. In most cases, but not all. But that weakness, that physical weakness, doesn't imply that they are somehow weak. What do I mean by that? The Lord is going to blow any sort of man-infused stigma or any kind of chauvinism that he wants to attach to it, as God spoke the very next words. What did he say? He said, grant her honor as a fellow heir. Now, we are co-heirs, fellow heirs with Christ. All of us are. So now all you need to do is just break that down just a little bit. Fellow heir, that means that a woman has a right to be in there just as much as you do. Vice versa. Grace of life. What does that mean? Well, what is grace? Grace is God's power working through us, right? And what is life? Life is this new life of Christ that you now have. See, this life of Christ that has been put on. It's the same for a woman as it is for a man or a young adult or a young child. It's all the same. See, two sexes, right? Same gift of life in Christ, right? Both are called to shine. Both are called to inherit someday at a later date. But here's the deal. The only thing that's different is physical weakness. Why would God make this distinction? Do you get it? What about those who are weaker in faith? Are they no less co-heirs? Do they deserve any less honor? Do they deserve grace of life? Just because they're weaker in faith? What would you do if you had a wife and you were stronger than her and someone came to attack her? You would defend her. This is what God's trying to tell us. It's not about necessarily men and women, husbands and wives. It's spiritual. He's telling us that every single one of us are all the same. And I love how my big brother John says it. Look, we're all just family we haven't met yet. Folks, I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Encourage one another in the faith. We are co-heirs and we deserve to honor one another. We have the privilege to honor one another. That's awesome. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to talk to Dad.